Moses saw the bush which burned with fire in the mountain. He said, I will go ahead and look at this marvelous sight, basically. And as he got near, God told him, Moses, where you stand is holy ground. Put off the shoes of your feet. And of course, he said to put his hand inside his garment. When he brought it out, it turned leprous, white as snow. And he was shocked. And so God said, well, put your hand back inside. So he did. And when he brought his hand out again, it was healed, perfect. And so it was with the, his stick. He threw it down on the ground and it became a serpent. And he picked it up by the worst part, which is the tail. And basically, he didn't bite him. God said that, go down, he says, and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. People need to be let go now. The bricks are being made, if you like, without the straw for young people. They charge them £3,000 for insurance on a car, £34,000 debt each for a young man and a young woman, or £70,000 when they leave their college. That's £70,000 of debts for a 3-year silly old course, which is pathetic. It was free, in fact, not long ago they paid you to go, young people. Now, this is what's incredibly pathetic, is they've now decided that they only want to give 2 children help. Well, what happens is when the third child comes along here, should they really be paying taxes then? The third and fourth and fifth and sixth child, etc., etc., etc. If they're not getting helped by the state, should they return taxes when they become of age to pay? So, what I'm saying is that they said it cost 30 million apparently to look after some of these, I think 900 families or something. 30 million is a drop in the ocean. Not 300 million, by the way, that was a lie. 30 million, as they broadcasted. Amazing how they can make lies sound so exaggerated. So like I said, it's, what do they call it? They wanted to do this New World Order thing about, what do they call it? Genetical engineering, or whatever the name is they call it for. That's the day we're living in. Genetically engineered. They're trying to make everything square. And God said, be fruitful and multiply, replenish and fill the earth. And just because they bring out a few laws stating that only 2 children will be catered for, doesn't mean to say that their silly law will stand. I think all these large families, if they felt that they were going to be persecuted by any state, they'd just move away to another land. And they won't get any large families. All they get is the status quo. And basically they can, just stew in their own filth world. And that's all they'll get, is their own filth. And if they want to have a generation of everybody the same, and then take conscience out of it and say, doesn't matter whether they've got 2 kids or 1 kid, take their conscience out of it, become like China, where they try and commit mass murder. Because the murder of children, because of so-called finances, is a monstrous thing. And God provides, of course, and there's no need for any concerns to say that their money is going to be too poor, because they can always go to some other land where you're not overtaxed, where the rents wouldn't be too expensive, or the mortgages beyond the reach of young people, for instance. And yeah, you know, these things will all be blown away. The fashion of this world passes away, and it'll be guaranteed to be a lot better places out there for those who've got the faith to believe. And as Jesus said, in the last days the wickedness will be across the whole of the world, and it's not for us to worry. It's not for the authorities to be followed. We are supposed to only follow what is written for us in the scriptures, and that is, we say, you know, with God, be fruitful and multiply. And of course Pharaoh wanted to kill all the children, because they said, oh, they're multiplying, there'll be more of them than there are of us. Didn't work. I mean, what happened is they went into another land, another country, a better place, and that's what will happen again. There'll be better lands and better places, and more fun as the end of the world approaches. And the end of the world will try to manufacture and create a new world order, they call it, but it's not. It's new world chaos and death. Because these people, they worship materialism, worship and serve the creature more than the creator, so that in their wisdom became foolishness. Their dark hearts became hardened, and it says in the Bible that you know, the invisible things of God, the invisible things of God are seen in creation, in nature. You don't see two animals getting together and just having 1.2 kids. So this is what I'm saying. It's the thing is, when you look at the scriptures and it teaches a certain way to follow, that's what we do. And so Jesus said, I am the way, so we follow his way. And he says he is the truth. What is truth? Truth we can see is that even amongst the animals, be fruitful and multiply. Not a given amount. And he said, I weigh the truth and the life. What is a life? A life is living, to live, to move, have your being, to be alive, not subject to an amount, not subject to just gain, materialism, extra money. Yeah, to be free. Truth makes you free. And you can't get to heaven, because Jesus said you cannot get to heaven except by him, who is the way, the truth and the life. No man gets to heaven without him. One way, he said, one mediator with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. He says we have a lawyer with the Father, Jesus Christ the righteous. He is the propitiation and covering for our sins. No other mediator. We follow what he teaches.